Hi everyone, I'm Gagandeep Begum and we are going to present our presentation of Ntw601 and our group members are Gagandeep Begum, Lavkishan Singh, Deepak and Mandeep Singh. Welcome to our presentation. In this presentation, we will discuss the process of transitioning from traditional IT infrastructure to the cloud environment for a retail chain organization cloud. Computing has transformed operations for most retail companies, mainly by enabling real-time access and management of inventory and data storage needs, amongst other. Nonetheless, shifting to cloud architecture also presents certain risks such as data security issues, internet dependency, and downtime, among others, which will be addressed in this presentation. Recommendations about ways to navigate the risk and security concerns will also be discussed. Other key topics that will be discussed include cloud characteristics and deployment models, cost benefits analysis, risk assessment and mitigation, business continuity planning, and disaster recovery, regulatory compliance. The main characteristics of cloud computing relevant to the retail chain company include broad network access on demand, self-service, rapid electricity, and resource pooling, among others. Regarding a broad network access, cloud computing ensures that a company resources and systems are accessed through the internet using a variety of devices such as laptops, smartphones, and tablets. This feature enables retail chain companies, especially those operating in many locations, to have a constant access to the data, which boosts productivity. The second feature, on-demand self-service, allows retail companies to access their IT resources whenever they need. As a result, it becomes easier for the companies to acclimate to the evolving business needs in real time. Regarding resource pooling, retail chains can easily benefit from shared infrastructure. This is because cloud vendors pool resources to serve different customers at the same time. This approach is cost effective and allows retail companies to optimize their computing spending, only required to pay for storage and power utilized. Rapid elasticity is another feature of cloud computing, which aligns with the needs of retail companies. This feature mainly describes the ability of cloud computing to scale resources up and down. This scalability usually happens rapidly, hence vital in supporting the key features of retail chains such as peak shopping times during high traffic periods. Importantly, retail organizations can also scale their resources, especially during off-peak seasons, hence effectively minimize cost and optimization operations efficiency. Before transitioning to cloud, retail chains must fully understand the cloud computing deployment models, which will effectively fulfill their needs. There are three main cloud deployment models: public, private, and hybrid. The public model is usually run by third-party cloud vendors offering service across the internet. The main advantage of the model is that it is cost effective and highly scalable. Hence, it aligns with the needs of retail company, mainly the needs to rapidly scale services. Nevertheless, public cloud is shared among users, hence raises data security concerns. On the other hand, private cloud is usually accessible exclusively dedicated to a single organization and can be hosted by a third party vendor, or an organization can choose to host it. The model retail organizations can benefit from a great control over performance and data security because it is not shared. The main limitation of the model that requires heavy investments to deploy it. The next model is hybrid, which integrated features of public, private, and this model is effective for retail organizations because it can allow them to protect their sensitive data in the private section, at the same time leverage the cloud option for operations that are less sensitive. Therefore, the hybrid model is the best option for retail chains companies. Thank you.
Transition to a cloud environment from a traditional infrastructure attracts various costs and benefits for organization. For instance, for a retail chain company, shifting to cloud guarantees operational efficiency, enhanced customer service, and ability option among other. Nonetheless, companies must need to dig into their pocket for costs such as initial setup and migration costs, subscriptions and licensing fee, potential downtown and data transfer costs. Shifting to cloud requires companies to move their existing data systems and applications to the new cloud environment. During this process, various costs will be incurred after to cater to set up process and recognition of application in the cloud networking. In many cases, the costs are usually high. However, this is depends on the complexity of the company infrastructure. Other associated costs may include cost for training staff. Besides setup cost, companies must pay for subscription fee depending on the models they select. The subscription fee is ongoing and must be paid for storage service, computing resources, and relevant software applications. Organization experience downtown as they shift to the cloud environment. This downtown using result is distributed operations affecting sales, addressing such as technical issue usually result in additional costs. Other costs are associated with data transfer. Often retail chain deal with expensive data which requires different information systems such as customer relationship management system, inventory management systems, and e-commerce platform among others. Migration data into these systems increase extra cost. As earlier mentioned, moving to the clouds attraction numerous benefits for retail chains. For instance, regarding cost efficiency, when compliance company to move cloud, it implements that they will not need to purchase and manage infrastructure such as this can be done by cloud vendors. This estimates the needs of purchasing storage device, physical servers, and setup data centers. Also, with this scalability opinion, companies can either scale up or down resources depending on the needs and able to save cost moving to cloud and hence scaling organization because it facilitates the provisional of functional services and quick transition process customer trends and behaviors and offer service based on these insights. Lastly, retail chains can benefit from enhanced agility and flexibility. This is because the cloud environment provides options that allow them stay update with evolving market conditions and respond to them quickly.
Hello everyone, my name is Love Kishan Singh. Today I'm going to discuss about the cloud environment provides endless benefits. However, the transition is risky and faced with several threats. One of the main disadvantages of the cloud environment is increased data security and privacy risks. According to Mohammed et al. 2023, storing huge amounts of sensitive data like that handled by retail chains faces the risk of cyber attacks such as unauthorized access and other data breaches. The risk is higher on models like public cloud, where cloud services are shared by multiple users. Another potential risk of cloud is downtime, as earlier mentioned, as much as cloud vendors assure companies of high data and resource availability. The systems can sometimes can be affected by downtime, resulting in service disruption. This may cause delayed operation and reduced sales. Another common risk associated with cloud computing is vendor lock-in. Often this issue arises when companies become entirely dependent on a single cloud vendor, which limits them from seeking service from the other cloud providers. The danger associated with vendor lock-in is that it may reduce the retail company's negotiating power and flexibility, especially in instances where the cloud provider changes the prices model, fails to fulfill the changing needs, or discontinues operation. When this happens, a company may be forced to use higher costs to shift a different provider, which is discouraging compliance, and legal risks are also prevalent when companies shift to cloud environment. Generally, retail chains operate different stores in different countries or regions. This implies that they must implement the varied legal needs about data processing use and storage in each country region, which can be challenging. Mitigation risks include the following: data security and privacy will require the following actions. Implementation of robust data encryption measures for data at rest in transit, deployment of multi-factor authentication, conducting regular data security audits and vulnerability assessments. Regular system updates. Downtime can be addressed through measures like implementation of comprehensive disaster recovery and business continuity plans using hybrid cloud model, which is reduced dependency on a single vendor, establishing service level agreements where cloud providers assure zero downtimes. Conducting through testing or phased migration vendor lock-in can be addressed through using a multi-cloud hybrid strategy where cloud services are obtained from multiple providers, utilize open standard and interoperable technologies to facilitate swift shifting between cloud providers, review and negotiate contracts terms to ensure smooth exit strategies. Compliance can be addressed through partnership with legal and compliance parties to ensure that cloud vendors adhere to all regularly requirements, frequent review and updating of compliance requirements and policies. Business continuity (BC). Business continuity refers to the ability of retail chain to maintain essential functions during and after disruptive event in a cloud environment. This involves ensuring that critical application services and data remain accessible and operational despite potential challenges such as cyber attacks, natural disasters, or service provider outages. Effective business continuity planning in the cloud must account for the specific risk associated with the cloud-based operations and the dependencies on cloud service providers. Disaster recovery (DR). Disaster recovery is a subset of business continuity focused on the rapid restoration of IT infrastructure and data following a disruptive event. In a cloud environment, disaster recovery involves strategies for recovering lost data, re-establishing access to applications, and restoring normal operations with minimal downtime. Cloud-based disaster recovery can offer advantages such as reduced costs, faster recovery times, and increased flexibility, but it also requires careful planning and regular testing to ensure effectiveness. Key considerations for business continuity and disaster recovery in the cloud: data redundancy and replication. One of the primary advantages of cloud computing is the ability to replicate data across multiple geographic locations, reducing the risk of data loss due to localized disasters. Retail chains should be ensured that their cloud service provider offer data redundancy and replication as part of their service. This means that the data continuously backed up to multiple locations, allowing for quick recovery in the event of a failure at one site. Additionally, retail chains should verify the reliability and security of these backups, ensuring that data integrity is maintained during replication. Multi-cloud and hybrid cloud strategies. A multi-cloud strategy where a retail chain uses multiple cloud providers can enhance business continuity by reducing reliance on a single provider. This approach allows the chain to distribute its workloads across different platforms, minimizing the impact of an outage or service disruption with one provider. Similarly, a hybrid cloud strategy which combines public and private clouds can offer additional resilience by allowing critical operations to be shifted between environments as needed. These strategies provide flexibility and ensure that retail chains are not entirely dependent on one provider's infrastructure. Service level agreements (SLAs) with cloud providers are crucial for defining the expected levels of service availability, data recovery times, and support during disruptions. Retail chains must carefully negotiate SLAs to include provisions for business continuity and disaster recovery, ensuring that the provider commits to specific recovery time objectives (RTOs) and recovery point objectives (RPOs). These metrics define how quickly data and service can be restored after a disaster and how much data loss is acceptable. Clearly defined SLAs help retail chains hold providers accountable and ensure that their BCDR needs are met. Regular testing and drills. A BCDR plan is only as effective as its implementation. Regular testing and drills are essential to ensure that the plan works as intended and the staff are familiar with their roles during a disaster. In a cloud environment, this includes testing the failover process, data recovery procedures, and communications protocols with the cloud provider. Retail chains should conduct these tests in collaboration with their providers to identify any weakness or gaps in the plan and make necessary adjustments. Data encryption and security measures. Ensuring data security during a disaster is a paramount, particularly for retail chains handling sensitive customer information. Cloud-based BCDR plans must include robust encryption for data both in rest, in transit, and protecting it from unauthorized access even during recovery processes. Additionally, access control, multi-factor authentication, and regular security audits are essential to maintaining the integrity and confidentiality of data throughout the BCDR process.
Hello everyone, myself Deepak and my student ID is 20239606. My slide is on based on regulation and compliance. Regulation are designed to protect customer data, ensure service and reliability, and maintains compliance with legal standards across various jurisdictions through critical areas to focus on service level agreements, SLAS, and data protection regulations. This evaluation outlines the key regulation considerations retail chains must address to ensure a compliant and secure cloud maintenance security level agreements SLAS, and also importance of SLA. Service law agreements are legal blending contracts between the retail chain and the cloud service provider that outline the expected service standards including uptime performance and support response times. SLAs are crucial for ensuring that cloud service meets the operational needs of the retail chain, particularly of terms of availability given the retail sector dependency on consistent service delivery. Any downtime can directly impact sales and customer satisfaction, making SLC a critical regular aspect. Retail chain must ensure that SLAS includes specific metrics such as recovery time objects, RUTs, and recovery period objects, which defines the maximum acceptable or downtime and data loss during the SLS. The SLA should also specify the compensation of or penalty for compliance to meet standards. Additionally, should also address the ownership, ensuring that the retail chain run from all services. Regulation compliance in SLC must craft through alliance with regulations and demonstration. And in the data protection regulations, companies like retail chains handle vast data. Data protection must be prioritized. In my next slide, is conclusion. This presentation addresses key elements to translate to cloud environment. For retail chain companies, the cloud infrastructure provides many benefits such as cost efficiency, stability enhanced, customer service, and flexibility, and among others. Nonetheless, if deploying cloud may include various costs such as initial step costs, data transfer, and staff training also. Also, risks such as data security, vendor lock-in, and downtime or hence retail claim must consider them. The regular environment should also be considered and navigated through data protection, prioritization, and establishment of service elements. In the last slide, we have references. Thank you so much. Hope you liked it.